So my friend Cindy, she had contacted me asking about like resources or any tips and tricks about learning French. And I'm a French teacher. I teach high school French in Hawaii, Hawaii Public High School. So, um, like, French isn't a common thing in Hawaii, and so of all the things to teach and study and speak, I chose French. Sorry about that trash guy. He's come to pick me up. So, uh, I'm gonna go ahead and get Cindy on Zoom, and then we're gonna go ahead and get our lesson started. So today is just a preliminary lesson. Um, I'm gonna get. We're just gonna talk about like why she wanted to learn French. Get some like information like what she knows already. What else can we do with French, or um, what she wants to learn. Okay, and then we're gonna learn some basic stuff. So let me go ahead and get her on, and then we're gonna get started. Cindy does not want me to uh, put her on camera, which is fine. So I'm gonna be talking to you folks and talking to her. All right, so give me a sec. Let me go ahead and get her in. All right, so I'm gonna unmute here. Do I need this? I don't think I need this. Okay, I'm gonna leave this meeting. Hi, Cindy. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Oh, wait, hello, I'm muted. Hello, I'm muted. Oh my gosh. Hi, Cindy, I'm so excited.
Me too.
So, yeah, so just letting you know, I am streaming this on Twitch, but, I don't know if anybody's actually gonna watch this, but I mean, today is a preliminary thing anyway. Really, what I want to do is just get some a little bit more information about uh, why you wanted to learn French, why uh, what kind of things you already know about French, because I know you're like a beginner, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that's great actually because I'm gonna kind of be using my what is it my curriculum from my French 1 classes more or less kind of modified and stuff. So this is great practice for me as well to be able to present like French lessons. And so I hope you find this interesting. I hope you like actually learn stuff. And yeah, hold on, let me get some of this other stuff set up like my notes and stuff. But uh tell me, why did you want to learn French?
Okay. Also, caveat: I live next to a highway, so there's a lot of cars that drive by.
No worries, that's fine.
Okay. So I want to learn French because, well, I have an interest in like the State Department or foreign overseas work. And I know right
That's
now
right.
that I can speak like me and you. We were in the same Mandarin class, so I know that we have like some of like the skills for Mandarin, and I also have Japanese as well. But a lot of like major organizations, like the United Nations, they're helmed by French leaders, and so I'm like, I feel like I should know some French then if I'm gonna be able to go up to some of these people and be like, "Hi, I'm here. Please let me do something important."
It's really cool that you like mentioned like foreign affairs and leaders and stuff like that because uh in my French class, one of the things that we teach when we one of the like I guess tidbits and factoids that we like to teach our students is that French is one of like the I think like top 7 or top 10 official languages of the world. Like it's super popular and it's like kind of like English, how everybody speaks English, everybody speaks Chinese. Like French was one of like the top 5. Now it's probably top 10 still. So that's great. And like going to uh Switzerland for the Geneva United Nations.
Oh,
You oh
Geneva
my God,
United Nations, yeah.
if you ever have the chance to go, like that would be pretty ideal for you to know like some French. Although I mean, of course they speak English, but flex a little bit, right?
Yeah, and if I ever get to like travel Europe, it's like I want to be able to know at least one of the languages.
True, very true. Yeah. So like okay, so we and like even though I'm streaming this, like you really don't have to give any like formal answers or anything. So like we're just conversing, But like I want to know this as a teacher, like what are some things that you already know about French going into this like starting this private lesson kind of thing?
Um, well,
Well, okay, let's start
I
with what do you know about French language or France first?
they had a well, okay. Well, let's hold a cycle pass.
No worries, no
Um,
worries.
they had a very exciting revolution. uh,
Mhm. Right.
French Revolution. The lower class had to go all out, man. The French language. I know like how to say bonjour. I think you taught me that one, bonjour. I also know randomly just au revoir, au revoir.
Perfect. You know how to say hello and goodbye. Parfait.
I know how to start and end a conversation
All
right
right.
there.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of it is more like political things because I'm a political science major,
Right.
world news stuff. So that's like my basis of France. And besides the whole like, oh my god, I want to go and meet like a cute French boy, or oh my god, I want to go visit Paris and just see the Eiffel Tower and eat all these macarons. That's besides that the rest all I know is like political stuff.
Like what kind of political stuff? Like I want to know so that like I can get a little bit more context of what I should be teaching you.
Okay, so I mean, I know that recently France was going through something called like the yellow jacket or yellow vest revolution. So
Mhm.
basically, I think the French President Macron, I think he was going to raise taxes again in response to France's deficit, and so obviously people already who are already working in like pretty low wage jobs, they're like, well, we don't want you to raise our taxes again, and
Mhm.
so they staged, and most of these people were your like blue collar workers or construction workers, and so that's why when they had their protest, they all wore the yellow vest. So that's how the term yellow vest,
Oh.
like revolution or yellow vest protest came out. It was quite like it was quite an affair because they shut down the Eiffel Tower. I think
Okay.
they
Right. We discussed I like we had talked about that my French 4 class and my teacher talked about that like just briefly, but like I didn't understand like the technical political context because we're not political people like you. So I'm glad you're explaining this to me now. It's really good to know. So what I sent to you is a Jamboard. I don't know if you've ever used it before, but this is what we
um
use a lot in my French classes because we're distance learning now. So this is
uh-huh.
our equivalent to a whiteboard. Have you ever used a
Oh,
Jamboard
okay,
before?
okay. Let me copy this and send this to myself.
Yeah. So It's the kind of like the equivalent like to a whiteboard, so it's very convenient. It allows us to like interact and be able to actually like write stuff on a board or type stuff out in this case. And so I guess for the very big basic stuff, I just have like we're gonna go through maybe a good portion of stuff today.
Okay. Oh, can you give me access? Because
Oh yeah, yeah,
I just
yes. I'm sorry about that. I don't oh because hello. Did you request for access?
yeah.
Perfect. So what I'm gonna do is first of all give you access. But the next thing I wanted to ask you is what do you want to learn?
Um, I think like the basics would, at the very minimum, would be nice. Because that gives me at least some sort of foundation. So even if I don't have to know, I don't have to know like the level that you know because you have spent years, you know, learning
Truthfully,
this.
yes,
You
I
have
have.
spent years just killing it. You went study abroad. You got that immersion. So I'm not gonna get like your pro level, but I think enough to just survive on like a basic conversation and almost like a springboard.
Okay. I have a so what I'm really excited about is like I'm gonna have like a few different approaches and like maybe I'll adapt to here and there, but one of my favorite kinds of lessons to teach, especially in French, are grammar lessons. So definitely I definitely want you to be able to like hold a solid conversation, but at the same time I do want you to like eventually be on my level. Whether like depending on how long we do these lessons or whatever you learn from them, I can guarantee that you are going to be um, getting a lot out of them, of course, right? What teacher wouldn't want that from their students, right? So maybe later down the line, I want to teach you like verb conjugations, how to say like how to actually have like say what you're doing or what you did do or all of these things. It's gonna be a little bit of a it's gonna be a lot of content, of course, because it's a new language. But I'm gonna try to make it as digestible as possible. How does that sound?
Sounds very exciting. It already sounds. I'm getting flashbacks of Chinese 101, but maybe less suffering this time.
Okay, I'll be honest. Chinese 101 was really fun because it was brand new to me. But I also did not speak any lick of Cantonese or Mandarin. So I mean, I can completely understand where you're at right now, like going into this. And then of course, if you want resources and quizzes and like homework, like if you want that
Yeah.
kind of stuff, I have all of these resources. As a teacher, I have all of these stuff. Because like when you asked me about like, oh, what kind of resources do you have, like the first thing that came to my mind was Duolingo because my thesis is based off of digital resources, things like Duolingo.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was like, huh, okay, all right. So I mean, so yeah, I gave you that option, but then I was like, huh, let me see if I can actually help you.
Yay.
So
I feel much more reassured that I have your help and not Duolingo's help.
not gonna lie, I love Duolingo though. All right, so give me one sec, and then okay, so I'm not gonna. Oh, okay. The first thing we're gonna do is a little bit of like, um, just oral stuff. So répéter. Whenever I say répéter, what does that sound like? Répéter. What do you think that sounds like? Exactly. Répéter or répète. If I'm talking to someone formally, I would say, informally, I would say répète. But just generally as a class, I would say répéter. So répéter. Okay. Bonjour.
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 Parfait. Bon. Good. Okay. So, literally, bonjour means good day. So bon means good. So whenever you say something and it's good or like it's really good quality, I'm gonna say bon. Bon, good.
Mm.
Okay. So that's their first tidbit. Okay. And jour means day. So bonjour literally means good day. And so, if you go to like a what is it called? A restaurant and like you order like the soup of the day, soup du jour, that means a soup du jour means soup of the day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, a lot of these words kind of like uh some of these words are like what are they called in English? Like two words mashed together. French is also like very similar to English, and English takes a lot of words from French. Not necessarily bonjour, but there are a bunch of words that are taken from French. It's like, what about this one? I can't type on this thing. What is this?
Restaurant.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I'm not trying to like patronize you or anything, but like restaurant. This word actually comes from French. Restaurant.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
restaurant. Okay, and let's see what other words would come. What other words in English do you know that uh might be French?
Don't
You
think I know
you
any.
probably know,
At least,
you probably know a lot. It's just that you don't realize that they're French.
yeah, probably, yeah.
What about oh,
Oh, Deja Vu.
déjà vu? Yeah, déjà vu is French for already seen or already have seen.
Uh-huh.
So, but you know what déjà vu is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so déjà vu like literally means already saw or already seen, so like it visions. So that's why like there wasn't necessarily a word for it in English, so they took it from the French. Let me see. What about do you know any brand names that you think might be French?
Oh, pain au chocolat.
That's not a brand name, but pain au chocolat. Chocolate bread, yeah. Boom, yeah.
Brand. Don't. I
You
feel like one of like the fancy luxury brands are going to be French,
yes,
but
yes,
I
yes,
can't
yes, yes,
off the
yes.
top
Like
of my
what?
head. But that also shows how much I don't frequent the luxury
Oh,
brands
girl,
stores.
same. Girl, same.
Oh, is Hermes?
Hermes, wait, yes. Hermes. Hermes. So I'm typing this on my for anyone watching, actually watching. I'm typing this on my laptop because I can't put for some reason Windows doesn't let you put accents on your letters without using like some fancy like typing thing, so it's weird. Anyway, uh let's see Hermes. What about uh I'm pretty sure this is French. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, oh,
Louis
I feel
Vuitton.
like you look Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton, yeah. Louis Vuitton. Or Chanel aussi.
Oh,
What about this big L? You know, like L magazine?
oh, okay.
So L actually, so you're actually gonna learn about this, uh, soon. So, but L literally means she in French. And so this is the subject of like sentences. She, L. So that's why it's a women's magazine. Let's see. Déjà vu. Oh, oh my gosh. And you can't forget about this word,
Oh, fiance.
fiance. What else? I'm trying to think. Off the top of my head. You're political, so you would know like
Oh, laissez-faire, yeah.
laissez-faire or this might not be it. Like, I mean, as political as this is, I don't expect you to like remember this stuff at the top.
Coup d'etat, yeah.
Coup d'etat. Um, um, entrepreneur. This is a French word too. Entrepreneur. This is a
Oh,
French word.
really?
Yeah, it's a French word.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so I actually have like a whole list. Like in my French classes, like the level 3 and level 4 classes, we start to give them lists of English words that are taken from French. So this is like the like not even touching the surface. But you know, you're gonna realize that when you go throughout your daily life, you're gonna be like seeing all of these French things and subtleties that you never realize that are French. So
Wow. Okay. Okay.
welcome to the world of Latin-based languages, Romance languages. All right, so we're actually gonna get into the meat of this lesson today. So we're gonna if you're on a computer like a separate device, you can go ahead and move to the next page. So page 2.
Yep.
Okay. So again, répète. Bonjour,
Bonjour.
bonjour. Okay. Let me see. Oh my gosh. Hello. All right. Now répète au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Yeah. Yep. No worries. Accent comes later when you like learn more of the language. Okay. So bonjour. What does bonjour mean?
Good day.
Yeah. It also means bonjour. It also means hello. Okay. So there's this thing about formalities and informalities, or formal and informal, right? So just like Asian languages, more or less, there's a formal way to say things, and then there's an informal way to say things. So like formal, just like if you were in Chinese, you were to say like "nin," like you're talking to people of higher status than you, people who are older than you, people who you've never met, so you're meeting them for the first time, right?
Yeah.
So bonjour, it's this one would be considered a little bit more formal, with like the air quotations formal, because like you can say this to anybody. Honestly, like if you can say this with like people your age, people younger than you, people older than you, if you're meeting for the first time. This is like universal. But if you're just speaking like casual, like informally, you can just say, oops, salut.
Oh, salute.
Salut. So the T would be silent. Salut.
Oh, salute.
Yep. So this would be so I would say so if I put this F for formal and then I for informal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So bonjour or salut.
Okay.
Okay. Now, let's see. There's so the same thing with au revoir. So au revoir. You could say this with anybody, really. Again, just like bonjour. It's a little more like considered formal, but you can use it with anybody. There's another informal way to say goodbye though, and it's ciao.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. What other languages use this?
Don't think it's Spanish.
Um, I think. Oh, Italian. Italian.
Italian, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Italian. I had to think. I was like, is it Spanish? No, it's Italian. Yeah. Okay. So, again, borrowing words here and there, but again, this is informal. You can say this. You can say this with me because we're friends.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were talking to like your teacher, like your actual teacher, you would say au revoir. Okay. Or if you have like a casual relationship, then yeah, you could say ciao. But consider it informal. Okay. So let's go over this one more time. Répétez. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Mm-hmm. And then salut.
Salut.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Au revoir. So like with the American accent, you can say au revoir. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Yeah. So with the French accent, R's come from your throat. So kind of like you're hawking a loogie. I always tell this to my students, and my mentor teacher is like, what the heck? But so imagine hawking a loogie and you're saying au revoir. Au revoir. One more time. Au revoir. So like go. Yeah. And go au revoir.
Au revoir.
Yeah. Close. It's French pronunciation is literally the only reason why French is hard. So I don't expect you to master it like that. Took me years, let me tell you, took me years. Okay? And then ciao.
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 All right, boom. Okay, so we learned how to say hello and goodbye.
Yay.
So you can literally pass someone on the street and you can say bonjour. Oh, au revoir. But most of the time you wouldn't actually like stop someone on the street and say hello, because that's not a thing. So if you wanted to put in your notes, you can put this hello, oops, not who, hello, informal. Actually, you know what I would do? Actually, no, I wouldn't put the I and the F next to that. I will put it here. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will put the I and the F next to the English. And then you can see this one, and then technically so au revoir, if we're breaking it down, au revoir literally means to the next time we see each other.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
to the next time we see each other. So au revoir. See you next time. Okay. If you like etymological stuff like that, I love it. That's my shtick. I love linguistics so much. But yeah, goodbye, formal, and then ciao would just be like bye. Like bye, Felicia. All right, cool. Let's see. So now we learned how to say hello. We learned how to say goodbye. Now, repeat after me. Je m'appelle.
Je m'appelle.
Je m'appelle.
Je m'appelle.
Okay. Now, do you know what that means?
Is it? I know that there.
How? Okay.
In movies, they always go like Je m'appelle Mademoiselle or something like that.
I mean, you could say that. How about, okay, repeat after me. Répétez. Je m'appelle.
Je m'appelle
Cindy.
Cindy. Oh, he was like, my name is Cindy.
Yeah, exactly. Je m'appelle Cindy. Okay, so my question is going to be, so that's the response. Let's say that that's the response. My question I'm going to ask you is, comment tu t'appelles? Comment tu t'appelles?
Comment tu t'appelles?
Yep. So you don't need to repeat this, or if you want to, you could. But I'm going, like, as a teacher, I'm going to ask you, comment tu t'appelles? And you would say,
Cindy.
exactly, exactement. One more time. Comment tu t'appelles?
Je m'appelle Cindy.
Boom. Well, good. So, what is your name? My name is Cindy.
Okay.
So how do I write that? So the question, I'm gonna put this, is comment tu t'appelles? Comment tu t'appelles? That's the question.
Okay.
And so if you're handwriting these notes, or if you're typing these notes out, you can again, you can copy these notes copy down these notes however you want. All right. So comment tu t'appelles? What is your name? What is your name? And then this Jamboard, I'm gonna leave all of these notes up here anyway, so in case like you want to access it when you don't have your notes around, or whenever you have complete access to this.
Okay, yay.
Yeah. That's why I love this. I love this resource so much. So, comment tu t'appelles? What is your name? And the response is, comment tu t'appelles?
Je m'appelle Cindy.
Je m'appelle Cindy. I'll just put this. Je m'appelle. Okay. La réponse c'est je m'appelle.
Oh.
All right. Okay, so let me see. So now give me a sec. Let me go ahead and... All right, so the next question is, let's see. Oops. So one more time, let's go through all of the stuff that we just talked about. So, bonjour.
Bonjour.
Okay. Comment tu t'appelles?
Repeat the question or respond.
Response. Comment tu t'appelles?
Je m'appelle Cindy.
Je m'appelle Cindy. Okay. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
There you go. And now you have like a really like basic sentence, like basic conversation. Awesome.
Yay.
All right. So if I were to, let me just try to copy. Okay. Let me copy this, paste it here. Okay. So if I were to ask you, if I were to say, comment s'appelle-t-il? Comment s'appelle-t-il? What do you think I'm asking you?
Oh, who is this?
Yeah, who is this? Comment s'appelle-t-il? And how, so you would answer, il s'appelle.
Il s'appelle.
And then his name. So, comment s'appelle-t-il?
Il s'appelle Kobe Bryant.
Boom, exactement. Okay. And now, if I were to say, like, okay, no, wait, hold, okay, so, where'd it go? Okay, now for this one, if I were to do this, sorry, it's loading. Comment s'appelle-t-elle? Comment s'appelle-t-elle? What am I asking?
Is it another way of saying who is this?
Mm-hmm, exactly. Or who is this? Comment s'appelle-t-elle? What do you notice about the two different questions? Comment s'appelle-t-il and comment s'appelle-t-elle? What do you notice?
I feel like one would be like for a male variant and another's for a female variant.
Exactement. Comment s'appelle-t-il? Exactly. Okay, so there's this. Comment s'appelle-t-il? Did I spell that right? Comment s'appelle-t-il? Yep. And comment s'appelle-t-elle? Good. And then, how do you think you would answer this one? So how do you answer this? How do you answer this one on the left? Comment s'appelle-t-il?
Isn't it til something?
You would start with il. So il s'appelle.
Il s'appelle. Okay, then the other one will be elle s'appelle?
Yes, bon. Parfait. Okay, so comment s'appelle-t-il is what is his name, and comment s'appelle-t-elle is what is her name.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so if you notice, let's see, I'm just gonna write this out. Il s'appelle. And I'm gonna just put okay, and then il s'appelle, and then elle s'appelle. Okay, elle s'appelle. So here,
Okay.
yep. So here you're gonna notice there's il, and then there's elle. Ooh. Okay. So so this is really good to pay attention a little bit too, because in European languages there are genders, right? And so you have masculine gender or male gender. We call them masculine, and then we call them feminine genders. So thankfully, French, Italian, and Spanish and Portuguese only have 2 genders. German has 3, and it doesn't make sense because they're German. But thankfully, men are masculine, women are feminine, and even objects have even objects have genders, but we're gonna get into that a little bit later, okay? But for now, just know that there are genders, and it's important to know the different genders of things. So, if I were to ask you, comment s'appelle-t-elle? Comment s'appelle-t-elle? How would you answer that?
Elle s'appelle Britney Spears.
Bon, exactement, exactement. And then, comment s'appelle-t-il?
Il s'appelle Kobe Bryant.
Bon, exactly. Good job. Okay. So, let's see. Going a little bit more of like a little bit more back into like the common expressions. Do you know how to say we? Okay.
We? Like yes?
Okay, yes. Sorry, I meant, do you know how to say yes in French? Yes. Okay, so we. We is yes. And then what about no?
That one I don't know.
It's just no.
No? No? Oh, okay.
No. So when you répète, no.
No.
Okay, the N would be a little bit more nasally. It's not pronounced, so it's no.
No.
Yep. So imagine so whenever I say something is nasally, imagine plugging your nose like this and going no. I shouldn't do that. That was bad. I should do, imagine plugging your nose like this and saying no.
No.
Good. Okay. That was an accident. I didn't mean to do that. All right. Let's see. All right. So, yes and no. Have you ever heard of, let's see. Have you ever heard of this?
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit, yeah. So, it means have a good meal. Okay? So, have a good meal. These are just common things that my French one needs to learn or likes to learn, because this is like the common stuff. So stuff that they're going to easily recognize and probably use during their actually use outside of class. Okay? This is another common one.
Bon voyage.
Bon voyage. Bon. And it means have a good trip. Okay, and then this is one that I use a lot. This is what I'm going to be using a lot. Okay? So it's good to know so that you know what I'm telling you. So, okay. So, répétez. Bon travail. Bon travail.
How do you say the last second word?
Travail.
Travail.
Bon travail. Yep. Bon travail. Bon travail.
Bon travail. Oh, okay.
Bon travail. So, I don't think there's an English equivalent to travail, but it means like I don't think it looks like any word in English. That's what I meant. But it means good job. Oh, bon job.
Oh.
Good job. Good job. So, bon travail. I'm gonna say this quite often.
Okay.
So bon travail.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. What about, how do you say excuse me?
Excuse me.
No worries.
I feel like I should know. I feel like I do know this, but I can't recall it.
No worries. This is also another common one that people don't realize that it is French.
Oh, excusez-moi.
Excusez-moi. Excusez-moi.
Okay.
So again, this one going back to formal and informal, this is another one that is a little bit more informal. Okay. So, excuse me, formal. And then their informal way would be pardon. Pardon.
Oh, pardon.
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 Mm-hmm. So, pardon or excuse me. Most people use just like pardon. Like if you're passing somebody on the street or you bump into somebody, oh pardon, pardon. Like even if it's considered like informal, but like it's just you bump into some, oh pardon. It's because it's a less of a mouthful than excusez-moi.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay. So répétez, répétez. Oui.
Oui.
Non.
Non.
Bon appétit.
Bon appétit.
Bon voyage.
Bon voyage.
Bon travail.
Bon travail.
Mhm. Excusez-moi.
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 Okay, so the OI sound, the OI will always be a wah sound. We'll always make a wah sound.
Okay.
Yep, I'm going to do a little bit more phonetic stuff when we get into numbers right after this. Okay?
Okay.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So, excusez-moi.
Excusez-moi.
Okay? And pardon.
Pardon. Pardon.
Pardon. Boom. Okay? And then the last few things that I want to teach you for the common expressions is, do you know how to say please? It's okay if you
I
don't.
feel like I know it once you actually type it.
Yeah. I figured that's usually how it goes.
Oh, is this s'il vous plaît?
S'il vous plaît, yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Please. Okay. S'il vous plaît
S'il vous plaît.
means please. So, do you know the word? Do you know RSVP?
Yeah.
So RSVP. Here's a little facto. RSVP actually means, it's French for répondez s'il vous plaît. Oops. It literally means répondez. So respond. Okay, so répondez, it looks like respond, right?
Yeah.
Répondez s'il vous plaît. It literally means respond, please.
Oh, okay.
See, I didn't even know this before taking French.
Oh, so that acronym means something. I was always wondering. I was like,
Yep.
what does RSVP? It has to mean something else.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So that's a cool thing that I never knew when since before taking French.
Uh-huh.
And everybody uses it, like everybody.
Yeah, they do.
Hey, répondez s'il vous plaît. Just
Well, not anymore, because no one's going out to events.
I mean, yeah. But like, you know, when like weddings finally happen again, birthday parties, graduation parties, you gotta like RSVP, right? So you'll be like, I just know what that means. I just learned how to say it. So répondez s'il vous plaît. You don't need to know this, like for any like, quiz, test, worksheet information or purposes. You don't. It's just a tidbit. Okay. Let's see. And then, what about this?
Oh, isn't it merci?
Merci, yes. Merci. Merci beaucoup. Do you know what that means?
Is it also please?
No. It is the response to please. Or it is a response to please. It means thank you. Merci means thank you.
Okay.
And then beaucoup means very much or a lot. So thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.
Oh.
So yeah, you can just say merci. So thank you for teaching me. Merci. Or thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.
Oh, merci beaucoup.
Yep, merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup. Okay.
So sometimes when I'm like, even when I'm just like out and about and I'm talking, like it's right after school and I'm like at Foodland or something and I'm going to check out, sometimes I'm just like, oh, merci. Not to be like condescending or anything. It's just natural. Like I've been speaking French almost all day, and so like I go to the store and I'm just like, oh, merci. Oh, I mean, thank you.
Oh, no lie though, after 205, because of how difficult 205 was, everywhere I went, I was always like mixing something English with something Mandarin.
Mm-hmm. Right? Like, um, oh my God, especially when I was taking French and Chinese at the same time, I would be like, oh, sure. No, no, nope. I would be in French class and I'd be speaking in Mandarin. Oh my God, it was the worst. It was fun, but it was cool, but it was the worst. Okay, and then the last things I want to teach you are how to address people. Okay, so Monsieur,
Oh, Monsieur.
Monsieur. So it looks like Monsieur, but it's Monsieur. So like kind of saying like Miss, like Miss, but Monsieur
Oh,
or Monsieur.
miss, oh, Monsieur?
Monsieur, yep, Monsieur. So Monsieur, S-I, so
Miss.
Sieur, Monsieur.
Okay, okay.
Monsieur is Mister. So my
Mister.
students call me, oh, Monsieur, Monsieur.
Oh, that's
I
adorable.
know. I was like, it's like the French equivalent to Lao Shi, but like, so like, I mean, it's great that I get a title. Like, I've always wanted to be like a sensei, or I've always wanted to be like a Lao Shi, or a Song name. But like, I'll take Monsieur or Kumu. Okay, and then there's also Madame.
Madame.
So this is another word that we take from the French. So people say
Uh-huh.
mat in English, we say Madame, but in
Yeah,
French it's Madame. So
Madame.
literally my lady.
Okay,
Okay, Madame.
Madame.
Okay. So let me see. Sorry, give me a sec. And then let's see. Madame would be like the fix that. Madame is Mrs. Madame would be Mrs. And then we're missing Mademoiselle. Okay, Mademoiselle.
Mademoiselle.
Mademoiselle. So Mademoiselle is like a single woman, a woman who was single. Um, Most of the time you would refer to them as like you would refer to like younger people, younger women as Mademoiselle.
Mhm.
So if you know that someone is not married, like an older lady and like an older woman, then you can say
Uh-huh.
Mademoiselle.
Okay, okay.
It's Miss.
I'm gonna be on that train for a very long time.
Same. If I were a woman, same. All right. So, do you have any questions so far? We're definitely gonna review all of these before we move on to the last thing. But any questions so far?
Nope, like I feel like a lot of it is like now I'm like, okay, yeah, these are things that I already do know, but now it's just getting the right pronunciation and the knowledge to go with it.
Oh yeah, no worries. Like that's all gonna come in time, like pronunciation especially. Excuse me. But yeah, that's all gonna come in time, and I'm so excited because I get to see like my favorite part about being a teacher is seeing students developing. So, okay, répétez, répétez. Bonjour.
Bonjour,
Okay. Salut.
salut,
Au revoir.
au revoir,
Ciao.
ciao,
Okay. Oui.
oui,
Non.
non,
Bon appétit.
bon appétit,
Bon voyage.
bon voyage,
Bon travail.
bon travail,
Mhm. Excusez-moi.
excusez-moi,
Pardon.
pardon, pardon,
Mhm. S'il vous plaît.
s'il vous plaît,
And merci.
merci,
Merci beaucoup.
merci beaucoup,
Monsieur.
monsieur,
Madame.
madame,
Mademoiselle.
mademoiselle.
Bon, exactement. Okay. Now, so answer this question. Comment tu t'appelles?
Je m'appelle Cindy.
Okay. Now ask me. So repeat after me. Comment tu t'appelles?
Comment tu t'appelles?
Good. Je m'appelle Colby. comment s'appelle-t-il?
Il s'appelle Kobe Bryant.
Bon. And then, comment s'appelle-t-elle?
Elle s'appelle Britney Spears.
Bon. Bon travail. Parfait. Good job.
Yay!
Oh, also, I should add this in because I really do say this a lot too.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yep. Parfait. Perfect.
Okay.
I say this quite a lot. So you see, I don't know why the English people, like English speakers, took parfait and turned it into a yogurt thing, but it probably could be because yogurt parfaits are pretty perfect.
Not gonna, you know what? Preach that right there.
All right, so the last thing we're gonna learn is how to count from 1 to 10. Okay, so we're gonna move on to page 3. To the next page. So let me just put this down. I'm gonna put up here. Actually, les numéros. Okay. So before I write these down, repeat after me. A little bit of oral stuff. Repeat after me. Mhm. Un. Deux.
Deux.
Mhm. Trois.
Trois.
Quatre.
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 Cinq.
De.
Cinq. Cinq.
Cinq.
Cinq. Yep. Cinq. And then six.
Six.
Sept.
Sept.
Huit.
Huit.
Neuf.
Neuf.
Dix.
Eight.
Dix.
Eight.
Dix.
Eight.
Dix. Like D. Dix.
Eight.
Like deceased,
Dix.
but dix.
Dix.
Boom. Boom. Dix. Okay, one more time. Un.
Un.
Deux.
Deux.
Trois.
Trois.
Quatre.
Quatre.
Cinq.
Dat.
Cat.
Dang.
Cat. Like meow. Cat.
Oh, cat.
Cat.
Okay.
Cinq.
Cinq.
Six.
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 Sept. Sept.
Do you read that?
Sept.
Oh,
Yep.
sept.
Sept. Huit.
Huit.
Neuf.
Neuf.
Dix.
Dix.
Okay, good. Good. Boom. Okay, so now let me just type these out. How do I do this? Yeah, actually this is fine. Un. Deux. Trois. And then this is my favorite part. Learning numbers is fun for me because there's a lot of like phonetic stuff that I want to teach you that's important. So numbers is a really good base to learn from, and then it transfers over to everything else. All right. So go ahead and write those out, type those down, take notes on that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and type out the phonetic stuff for you. So, the easiest way so I'm going to give you like tips and tricks on how to remember how to say these. If you ever like need to read them out or like speaking it or talking about it, this is this is my tip how to remember how to say it. So for number 1, it literally just sounds like you were doing like a kind of like you're like groaning. You're like It's like imagine holding your nose and going Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So French is a very nasally language. Very nasally language. So when I say like more nasal, hold your nose and say it. You go, Exactly. Okay? So, And then for de, I like to say it sounds like der.
Der.
Except a little bit more French. So, not der, but it's de. But without the hard R sound. So, de.
Der.
Yeah. So, try to say der, but without the R. So, de.
Der.
Yeah. There we go. And so for toi, I would say, I always put this. OI equals wa.
Trois.
Yeah, so trois.
Trois.
You know, like ménage à trois. Do you know what a ménage à trois is?
I've heard it and I think you've explained it to me before.
It means threesome.
Sorry, what?
It means threesome.
Okay, yeah. You did explain that to me.
Okay, and then I'll also put this QU. So for oh shoot, whoops. So oh my gosh. So QU means always makes the k sound. So that's why I put QU is equal to K. Okay, so quatre.
Cut.
So the RE at the very end is very subtle. It's gonna be important. It's going to be important later on, but you don't, for now, you only need to say cat.
Cat.
Like meow cat.
Okay.
Okay? Cinq. So imagine, so now this is really cool because now, again, when I say French is nasally, you're going to hold your nose and say cinq. Cinq.
Cinq. Cinq.
Cinq. It kind of sounds like, so the IN sound kind of makes that ang sound, that sank.
Sank. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why IN usually makes that sound, because it's nasally, right? Sank.
Sank.
So the easiest way for me to remember this is just literally just sank.
Sank.
Okay?
This reminds me of the Spanish five, cinco.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis. Okay? So, 6. It looks like 6. It's spelled like 6. It's not pronounced 6. It's cease.
Cease.
So just like any other language that's not English, the I's always make that E sound.
Cease.
So cease.
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 So the X makes that sound at the end. Cease.
Oh, cease.
Yep, exactly. So it rhymes with dis.
Okay.
So it looks like dicks. It's spelled like dicks, but it's not pronounced like dicks. It's dis.
Dis.
Okay. And then we have set. And then this kind of looks like September, not September. Well, September is technically supposed to be the 7th month of the year, but it looks like what word is this?
Isn't it the seven-sided?
Is it called a septagon?
I know septuplets.
Septuplets, yeah. So this is Latin based too. So sept, the easy way for me, the P is usually silent. So you would just say set. Most often P's are silent. Yeah. Set.
Oh, set.
So when it's PT, most often they're silent, or at least in this case they are. There are exceptions, of course, but you know, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So in French, moving on to wheat, H's are silent. So you would just say U. You would just pronounce the U and the E sound. So the wheat. So H's are silent, yes.
Wheat. Okay.
Okay. And then last one, neuf. Okay. So neuf and de are pretty much written almost the same. Okay. So they have the EU. So just like de, you would pronounce it like, it sounds similar to nerf, except you're not pronouncing the R sound. It's neuf. Not nerf, but neuf. Neuf. Like try less R. Just go neuf.
Neuf.
Like, oh, perfect. Parfait. One more time.
Neuf.
Perfect, yes. And then
Okay.
dix.
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 Okay.
Okay, so if like my teacher always say, if you spell six wrong on a quiz or if you get six wrong, there's no hope. Okay, so répétez. Un,
Un,
deux,
deux,
trois,
trois,
quatre,
quatre,
quatre, quatre,
quatre,
cinq,
cinq,
six,
six,
sept,
sept,
huit,
huit,
neuf,
neuf,
dix.
dix.
Boom.
Yay!
There you go.
Okay.
And so,
This is
what was that?
coming together. It's coming together because it's spelled. I've also never seen these spelling.
Yeah, so French numbers are a trip. Let me tell you, French numbers are a trip. So like it's easier. Like yeah, that's why phonetics are really like a big part about like French because like it does not look the way it sounds, or it does not sound the way it looks. So that's why French
Yeah.
is one of the hardest. It's a hard language because it's hard to pronounce.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So like if you ever to see French documents, now you have like a better idea of how it should be pronounced. Okay, so if you were to see like restaurant, no, what number? I don't have anything for that, but like EU always makes that sound. EU
Yeah.
always makes the sounds.
Yeah.
The H's are usually silent. And the
Yeah.
QU's always make that k sound.
Cat. Okay.
Yep. Oh, and the OIs are always wa sound.
Wa.
So you're gonna see like excusez-moi. I can't think of anything else right now, but yeah. So yeah, this is we're gonna stop here for today. We're gonna stop the notes here for today. But did you have any questions or comments for like this whole lesson in general?
No question. I can see how like you would get like tripped up when you're taking both Chinese and French because I'm tempted to like because I'm so used to tones. So I'm tempted to like try and match it to a tone, but there's no tones.
Girl, like we don't need her. We don't need tones. That's why I love European languages. We don't need tones.
Yeah, but no question. I think I'm gonna just like do some review like over the week to try and like
Yeah. And then like let me know if you want to do like a worksheet assignment or something like that, like to help you like write it out or type it out or whatever, and I can send it to you.
Okay, yay.
Yeah. All right. So with that said, good job today. Bon travail aujourd'hui. You learned so much like within the span of like an hour, and my students we meet each other 4 times a week, and so
Yeah.
like you have language experience though, so it should come a little bit easier for you. Not necessarily like learning it, but just like principles in general.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like I have a lot of faith in you, and I know this is gonna be a really fun new venture for you.
Yes, thank you so much for taking the time too.
Thank you so much. And so does 10 a.m. Work again next week?
Yeah, 10 a.m. works.
Perfect. And then of course you can just let me know if anything comes up, and then I'll let you know if anything comes up as well.
Yep.
But
Yep.
yeah. Oh my God, thank you so much, Cindy.
Thank you.
With all of these
There's-
notes, go for. Merci beaucoup. Oh, de rien. De rien. I forgot to teach you that, but we'll do that next week. No worries. De rien. No
Okay.
problem. No problem. All right. Au revoir, Cindy.
Au revoir. Bye.
All right, that was cool. That was my first private lesson. I guess not private lesson, but personal lesson. Um, like learning French. So, teaching French, sorry. And so anyone watching this, I hope you folks learned something, if anyone's watching, it's okay. But yeah, if anyone out there is interested in joining us or adding to this list or wanting to know more about this, definitely let me know. And join us next week at 10 a.m. HST. Same time, same place here. wherever it is, whatever time it is for you in the wherever you are in the world. Let's see. I know California is 3 hours ahead of Hawaii time. Florida and that coast, East Coast, is 6 hours ahead. So, come and join us whenever you're ready, or wherever you're at. All right. Au revoir tout le monde. À la semaine prochaine.